Hey everybody, it's Kenny K here again with another Diddy that I re-reviewed. It's a re-review because there's a lot of flack for this movie and a lot of it has a cold grown for this movie. There's a really a final exam from 1981. There's a cold growing for this movie that loves this movie, directed by Jimmy Houston. Um, Now, personally, it gets a 5.5 from me. I like this movie. It's very generic, that's true. Your main characters are Courtney. She has two, I think, roommates. I'm not. Lisa is a roommate. She's a slutty one, and then Janet's, but she's just a friend, and she's together with this pledge Gary, who basically pledged for the Kappa Kappa Sig whatever with these two nutbags, these assholes are from Wildman and Mark. And then she also has this nerdy character called Radish. Now, a lot of people, there's a reviewer called Rambo for Life. You should watch that review. It's so funny. He rants on this movie like it's dog shit. No, dog shit is even better. This movie is just about a killer, a random bloke. You see who it is. He doesn't have a mask on, but I seen other movies that did the same formula. He knows you're alone. You see the killer's face, but this killer is a little bit more intimidating. Like, for example, this guy can fight. This guy does shit like take an arrow out midair and things like that. I mean, he stabbed when you see him stabbing the knife into their bodies, so it's not really that lame. No, it's just okay. But what I like with slasher movies are especially are camping slasher movies and campus slasher movies. Those two I like the most. And Final Exam is a great if you're looking for a campus slasher movie that isn't that bad. Look no further. You can find it on YouTube for free. And there's this scene in there, so it's basically campus life. It's the final days of exam, so half of the college is, or more than half of the college is gone. It's somewhere in South Carolina because it's a redneck town. You have this coach, so there's this scene that happens. Okay, uh, Wildman has to he gets tackled by his coach, and his coach says, "You weren't ready, right, man? Well, man, you weren't ready, well, man. Some days I'm gonna get you. Some days I'm gonna get you, well, man, and you better be ready." And then eventually, Wildman does something unthinkable. If you do that in a movie today, it would be never allowed into the light of day. That's basically creating a mass shooting with AR-15 assault rifles starting to, and M16 starting to just shoot a few guys. They shoot a few guys. They take the bodies in the van and they drive away. Then we see that Mark is like cheating on the test, but we also see Radish going to a phone like crazy and he's calling the sheriff. It's happening. The crazies are here. It's happening. In Lanier College, I think it's the name of the college, Lanier College. Now the sheriff comes, and eventually you see Wildman driving away. You see the van driving away, but it has a sticker of a Kappa Kappa sorority house, so you know it's Wildman that's behind this, or one of the pledges of. I mean, the pledges or the fraternity guys from that sorority house. to give Mark that extra because I think he's the lead, the prez from that fraternity. And Wildman is sort of his second in command, but he's more of his lapdog. He will do everything for him. They say Mark is the quarterback, but Wildman looks more impressive. He has more muscles and this and that. But then, of course, the sheriff comes, and this is the most southern redneck sheriff you can have. Uh, we didn't commit a crime, one crime, 50, I think, 50, I reckon. One of which is taking me off my supper. So like this. So I'm deciding to bust some heads. And then the coach comes and he knows the sheriff from back then when they were in college. Oh, you wouldn't do that to a bunch of little guys. Remember when we were young, when you put the library on fire and hit the fire hose, we were drinking hey ho fire with the beers. Yeah. And he's like, and that was different. You know that was different. So it's just, I mean, I love that southern accent. I love the characters. I love the killer is incidental almost for me. It's just a movie with a killer in there, mixed in there, and with some ripoff of Halloween. If that's for sure, that's for sure. But it doesn't matter. It's the movie itself. I liked it. I liked it. When the pledge Gary gets, he gets treed, which basically means you get bound to a tree and your underwears, your tidy whities and these tidy whities, you get full of shaving cream, I guess, or whatever, and then full of ice in his underpants. He's like has a big ass bulge full of ice. It seems pretty painful because I think he had scratches all over his legs. I think they really hurt him. And then Janet, for some reason, she's not in love with Gary. The reason why he gets treated is because Gary gave her his pin, his sorority pin, as a present, as a act of love. But she's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll hang him some longer. If he rather wants to spend his time with his fraternity friends. Oh, you fucking bitch. You fucking bitch. You lie that he gave you the fucking pin. Now go and get your fucking boyfriend or clobber your fucking ass. You piece of shit. Twat. Eventually she does. Poor Gary's killed because he gets released, but not by Janet or somebody else, by the killer. And then Janet gets it. You don't see what happens to Janet. You see that Gary gets multiple stab wounds. You see him, the knife going in his body. And it's from there on that most of the people start to get it. Wildman has to go to the gymnasium to steal some drugs, and basically it's painkillers. These guys, these students think it's like Ritalin or something, or ecstasy to keep you awake for studying. But they don't have that. They just have like aspirins and painkillers and things like that. That won't help you. That will help you sleep, but that won't help you study. So Mark says, go just get him, and we'll sell him like that. It's the last exam, so fuck him, right? So he gets them, and then he gets into a fight. He's the only one who goes toe to toe with the killer for a while, but gets his ass kicked. He does get a few punches towards the killer, which makes the killer angry, and then he does a comment because in real life the killer was a stuntman plus a real martial artist. That's the reason why he could pluck the bow and arrow at midair. He had the speed and reflexes for that, and you can see that he has some fighting skills. So He knew how to handle himself. Also, he did his own stunts, of course. When he's hanging there from the at the end from the balcony and he's falling down, he did his own stunts. So no, I liked the killer. He didn't talk, you know. He didn't talk. He didn't grunt. He didn't do nothing. Just kill. No, it's a good movie. I'm really am sad that a lot of people dislike it. I'm giving it a 5.5. It's a movie that I regularly watch. I'm actually gonna be extreme here. I'm gonna give it a 6. There you go. I like this one, especially like if you want to see something of a slasher movie, this is one of those slasher movies that I like to go back for. You know, just sit on the chair until you get tired and watch Final Exam. There you go. So if you like the damn video, like it, subscribe. If you didn't, it's free. And comment if you are in the pro cult of Final Exam, of the con part of the cult of the Final Exam uh, movie. So see you later for another nice Diddy. Okay, bye.